Hi everyone and welcome back to Beyond the Kits. My name's Brett Morgan. Today I'm shifting it around a bit. I'm starting with singers and we have the great Sonia Jones. Wow, what a career Sonia's had. Vast amount of artists she's worked with, including The Who, The Rolling Stones, Eurythmics, Spandau Ballet. She's the voice on the Monty Python film Life of Brian. Fascinating stories. She's also working on a lot of very recent films. She's busy girl, coaching a lot of artists that are very current. And so I want to thank Sonia very much for taking the time out to do this. We had a lot of fun and appreciate it very much. I also wanted to add to you guys, I apologize for taking a bit of time to upload the next video, but as a one-man band, it does take a bit of time, and I'm new to this, as you're aware. Editing can take a bit of time, it varies with guest to guest, but yeah, so I apologize for that. I think I'm getting quicker, and I plan to do it much more frequently. Also, guys, if you wouldn't mind and you remember and you enjoy these videos, I want to keep it going. I've got a lot of people to see, and it really will help me an awful lot if you wouldn't mind subscribing, liking, and sharing. But anyway, take a look. It's a great one. If I've got this right, I'm trying to recall. I think you left your home village in South Wales when you were really young and were really brave. You made a really brave decision to come to London and you were very young. And I think you came and started doing busking at first.
Yep.
Have I got any of that right?
No, that's right. That's very right. But I didn't come for very long because my parents came and took me home after a few days because I was only 16.
Oh, you mean you kind of ran away?
I hitchhiked to London and busked. I knew there were some people I knew from the town I'm from, and they put me up. And my parents, thank God, came and got me. But I had the taste for London. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to come back.
When did you get your first taste of wanting to sing?
When I was about 9, but I sang from about 3, always performing with the old candlesticks and all that, and in front of grandparents and things.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had piano lessons, and I didn't like the teacher. And I joined the local choir, which was very good. And he was a famous conductor. So I had lessons with him, and I think at the age of 9, 10, I was doing a tour of Czechoslovakia in a pinicion costume with a harp, where you sang around the harp, played the melody, and you did the improvisation. So
how did you get into all of that? Did your mum and dad manage to, were you bugging your mum and dad or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I loved the choir. I was very shy. I was very quiet then. I was the youngest there. So all these girls, I was in awe of them. They were like, with eyeliner on and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Teenagers.
Yeah. So
you were 9 or?
Yeah, 9 or 10. 9 or 10. Yeah, 9, I think.
So you made that very brave move to suddenly had stars in your eyes, if you like, where you
I just like singing.
But when you left to go to London, that time when you went for a couple of days.
Yes.
When you went back to London, when you probably talked your mum and dad into it.
Well, they brought me back. They knew they couldn't stop me.
Right, exactly. But did you go, what? So take me from there, your very first times in London and how you built your career, because you've had a monster career. So how did, if you can recall those days.
Oh, I can. I remember getting the bus up, a return ticket, because in those days there used to be a paper called the Melody Maker.
Yeah.
And I found a job. They were looking for a singer to replace Tina Charles, I think, in the Hammersmith Palais. And there were queues, and I came in, and they said, "Do you live here?" And I went, "Yes." And they said, "Can you start on Monday?" And I went, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And so I got the job, and I was there for 2 years, singing every night. Trevor Horn was on bass. It was the Tony Evans band. There were a few different bands, but I got so much experience then.
I bet.
Because you had to sing. There was the Strictly every Wednesday for the BBC. We used to do the ballroom things once a month. So I had to learn all the standards. And then every week we had to learn all the pop songs, everything in the charts, and they never changed the keys. You had to sing everything in those keys.
Right, so they didn't transpose anything?
Nothing, no, see it.
And that was, you must have been like seriously young when you started that.
I was about 18, 19.
That's young, isn't it?
That I can't remember.
But wow. And then how did your career grow? Because that's a hell of a great start anyway, isn't it? Because the competition's always really high, isn't it?
Okay, so I was very lucky, always been very lucky. One night they sent somebody to see me singing, and it was the producers, Andre Jackman of Monty Python.
Yes.
And they signed me up to EMI Rebel Records then, EMI, a small part of EMI.
Is that as a solo artist?
Yes.
Wow.
As a solo artist. And yeah, I've got some pictures of it. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Anyway, so, and while I was recording, the studio was in Neal's Yard.
Yeah.
And it was called Redwood. I met Terry Gilliam.
Yes.
And he was, himself Canadian. He went, hey. And Andre said she was Welsh. And I was so, hello, nice to meet you. And he said, oh, can you sound like Shirley Bassey? And I went, no. And he said, oh, can you? And Andre said, oh, could you put this song down for him? So I went really over the top. Yeah. And that happened to be Life of Brian. But it was to send to Shirley Bassey for her to, sing for the film, right. Life of Brian. But they were swines. They kept my demo and put it out.
What? Really?
They put it out exactly as it was. And
yeah, because I was going to bring it up. How did you get to sing? So that's great.
That's how
covered,
that happened.
The story.
And that lived on. Yeah. My deal didn't. I went and signed another record deal to Magnet Records when I did the Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah, great. I think that was 81. So
I actually saw that. I remember seeing it when you were televised, wasn't it? Was that televised in?
It was in the BBC in Shepherd's Bush.
Oh, right.
Yeah, with Wogan.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
And I didn't win, but I got lots and lots of work from it. And it was a great song. It was too good for Eurovision then because it wasn't very Eurovision. It was written by Tony Colton from Heads, Hand and Feet. And did Phil Collins covered it with the girl from ABBA.
Really?
Yeah, and they had a hit with it. It was called Here We'll Stay.
Yes, and it's actually on YouTube still.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It is.
So that was great, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then obviously your contacts were building up.
Yes.
Obviously from all of that, and then you got into sessions.
I was lucky again. The session scene, it was very, very set and very clicky.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, well, Madeline Bell and Vicky Brown.
Of course.
Sam Brown's mother.
Yeah.
They needed a younger teen to go on like the Spandau Ballet tours and things like that. They didn't want to do it. So Sam and I cleaned up. It was fantastic. Yeah. We cleaned up and we did all the tours and had a great time touring the world. Yeah. Paid loads of money and staying in luxury hotels.
Unbelievable days, huh?
Yeah.
So that was with Spandau Ballet?
That was with Spandau Ballet, yeah.
And you did all those hits like Gold and...
Yep, Gold, True. Yeah. True was, when we joined them, it was the first American tour. And True just went, they became massive in America because True exploded over there. Yeah. So we were singing to, sellouts every night, girls screaming and, living the life of the dream,
That track, True in particular, that went massive. Like Gold.
And then Gold came out afterwards and they used it for the Olympic Games.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did.
And then did you do like touring abroad? Or was it
Spandau?
Yeah.
Oh, we did a year in America, I think.
Wow.
And then we did so much in Germany, and they were massive. They
were. Yeah.
So I was with them for about 2-3 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
I think.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I missed my cat. So I didn't want to go touring again. And I remember the Eurythmics ringing me up saying, do you want to come and tour? And I said, no, I've just got back. You know, when you've been away, you want to
Yeah, well, I was
ground
going to
yourself.
ask you that.
Yeah.
How did you find touring? Was it?
Oh, I loved it.
You loved it.
I loved it,
But you're homesick eventually.
I was homesick. I couldn't wait to get back.
And
not just homesick, missed everyone.
And then your Eurythmics wanted you to.
Yeah, they were after a few backing singers, but did Sam do it? I'm not sure if she did it or not. But it was just a quick phone call, and I just thought, oh, I love Annie Lennox. I mean, I did work with her later on quite a bit, but I wasn't ready to go on tour then.
Right.
So I started doing most of the TV work and most of the jingles. I mean, I was working all the time, and it was in the morning jingles to Soho, doing 2 or 3 a day, from one company to the other. Then in the afternoon, maybe a backing vocal for somebody, and then in the evening was usually a rock album for somebody really famous. I can't remember half of them, but we didn't stop.
It's really weird because with the other guests I've got on, especially singers, but all of us at that time were doing so many jingles, but specifically for you guys, the singers.
Yes.
That was a very lucrative.
Whoa! It bought me my home.
Yeah.
To sing on a commercial or even talk or whistle, you had to belong to Equity.
Yeah,
there's no way
right.
You could go on TV. Equity was really, really strict.
Yeah.
And Maggie Thatcher dissolved all the unions.
Oh,
so what happened was, when that was dissolved, all our power was dissolved. So the secretary could come and whistle, the secretary could do it. And that's when everybody started cutting down and going, oh, we won't use her for that. So that's when it all started declining.
Right. So those days are long gone.
Long gone.
Long gone.
But I had the best. Me and a lot of my friends who are still singing, we had great years. I mean, I had the best of the session singing.
I definitly, without doubt, you guys were like doing everything.
Everything.
And it's great to be so varied in your work. Like you said, you might be doing, I don't know, some advert, and then you're off in the same day to go and do someone's album.
Yep.
Like doing a rock track or whatever track.
Everything. You just get a phone call. One of the funniest things, and you're going to see Tessa, she'll tell you this story. We were doing the event with Cliff in Wembley, and it was all the years through Cliff, and he had different singers with the Shadows, and we did like the Miss Unite years and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So we were getting a cab back, and Tessa got a phone call, and it was Chris. He produces the Stones.
Right.
And it was Chris saying, oh, we need, Lisa Fisher was on it, she's from, she's an amazing singer. She sings with the Stones. No, she finished about a year ago. Wow. She's from LA. And they said, we need to have a few more singers. So we went from Cliff to Mick Jagger to Olympic Studios. And we were there, and there's Cliff conducting us. Then we went for a curry, for a break, and then we're back. And I thought that was so surreal.
Yeah.
Cliff Richard to Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
So that you never knew what was going to happen. It was very exciting.
I mean, they were like definitely the best days, weren't they?
Absolutely, definitely.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if anything like that would happen anymore these days.
I think.
What do you think's happening with all of that?
Well, it's definitely because everything's so digital and YouTube and downloads for free. Yeah. I mean, the days of buying an album, you can pick different tracks off 10 different artists now and make your own,
it's really true.
Album now. And of course, the record companies are losing so much money where they were making so much money. So they'd sign anybody. They'd get drunk on a Friday night, this is years ago, and go out and go, God, we've got to spend this tax money. Let's sign that band there.
Wow.
I remember lots of stories like that.
Fantastic.
But now they're really, really got particular because they know whoever they sign, they've got to break.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult for people to get a recording deal now.
Mm. And nowadays, you've been really successful as well in your coaching.
Yep.
You've done a lot of coaching and still are.
Still are. I'm very busy.
Yeah. You've got a lot of artists.
Yes.
that you look after?
Few at the moment in the charts, which I'm very proud of. I've taught for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And I seem to have 4 or 5 females at the moment that are doing really, really well.
That's so good.
Household names, so that's good.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Do you remember in those days of touring with all these different bands and things where, did you have any do you remember any crazy days where mad parties, or was it pretty sedate and quite, I mean, I've got an idea, but was there any crazy?
It was always crazy.
It was always crazy.
Most of the time. Well, especially in the beginning, of the tour, it would be crazy because everybody was so excited. And then, if you're on a long tour, like 2 months, then you go, right, I'm not going to party with everybody tonight because I'm losing my voice. And a lot of, people singing, they haven't got you can't press the button. So you had to really get your sleep and everything to keep your voice up to sing every night. But for the guitarists and things, they used to go crazy.
Yeah, I still don't know how that can happen. But I mean, God, if I was doing that every night, and
it's the adrenaline though, because you come off stage and the last thing you want to do is go to bed. You want to
definitely, because you're still buzzing.
You're buzzing from
from
the
gig.
excitement from the gig. Yeah,
Definitely. I think I remember you had a call, didn't you, from another massive name? It was The Who, wasn't it?
Yep.
What happened with that?
He said, Sonia, Tessa has recommended you to do backing vocals for The Who. It's the first time they're getting together for Hyde Park Princess Trust. And can you bring a friend you like singing with?
Amazing.
So, and we went to rehearsals in Bray, and Pete Townsend came up to me. His first words were, "Have you got a Labrador?" I went, "Yeah." "How do you know that?"
What?
Because my shoes were chewed to bits. I had wooden shoes and they were chewed to bits. And he went,
brilliant.
And so...
How did he know the breed?
Because he must have had a Labrador.
All right.
So anyway, so it was great. And it was Zach Starkey, Ringo's son, first tour. And, it was fantastic. It wasn't a tour then, sorry. It was just one night,
gigs.
One day in Hyde Park.
Okay.
The Princess Trust, and they were headlining. And it was huge because they hadn't even talked for God knows how many years. But and we did.
Was it awkward or it was all right?
No, it was polite. It was, and we performed Quadrophenia. And
brilliant.
Gary Glitter was the godfather. We had a big cast. He was the godfather. But it was the famous time when he was like an excited puppy, and he was swinging his microphone around, and he got Roger Daltrey in the eye. So Roger Daltrey had to wear a patch.
You're kidding?
No. Anyway, so that was so successful. They rang me up and they said, "Sonia, we've done all this, rehearsing and everything. Would you like to come and sing with us in Madison Square Garden for a week?" I said, let me think about it. Let me think about it. So off we went to Madison Square Garden, and that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. People, like Pearl Jam, if people would be sitting at the side of the stage, and I'd say, "Who's that?" And they'd say, "Oh, that's Eddie from Pearl Jam." I was going, wow. So they loved The Who. The Americans loved them.
Yeah, of course.
So it was, and then there was lots of partying. And I remember Zach, me, Phil, and Susie, the other singer, we had a night off skipping down Madison Square Garden, and we found a karaoke bar. And we all performed.
No way.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You have to have fun, Life is for living.
Well,
Enjoy.
I think when, definitely, especially when you're on the road, because it can be, it's really exciting at first, but it can get you as well, can't it? So you got to there is if you do party, let's face it.
Well, you have to.
It's kind of like.
Well, you have to, because the record company if you're in, say, New York, the record company want to take you all out.
Yeah, they want to entertain you and
somebody
treat
else
you.
and the management company.
Yeah.
So you're always having dinners after the show. So it's great.
Was there any? I mean, this is a difficult question, I can imagine. But was there any band or solo artist in particular that you kind of went, "Oh man, these are the people or person I've always wanted to work with"? that happened? Or, I know it's a difficult question. That
It is,
but
because I was very lucky. I liked most of the people I worked with.
Yeah, brilliant.
They were great.
Yeah.
The bigger they were, the more famous they were. They were more down to earth. You know, it was the newer, up and coming stars that were, you know, demanding this in the dressing room.
More difficult.
Yeah.
Because in those early days, I mean, I've seen a massive shift myself in the way sessions work. Massive.
Right.
I mean, I always remember, as I'm sure you do, it's like, it was a lot looser then. It was like you had time to, you know, even with the you might be going in to do an album or whatever, and you know, here's the tracks, but we all kind of contributed to our parts a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know,
there wasn't any. Well, it wasn't reading. It was not set. I'd go into most of my Steve Lipson for a start when I did Simple Minds.
Yeah.
With Carol Kenyon.
Yeah.
You know Carol.
Of course.
And they flew us up to Scotland. They were apologising because it was raining all the time, and they were lovely. Yeah. And they sort of said, right, girls, you know, and me and Carol write, and we went, sit there. And should we put new here? Should we put some lyrics here? Or do you want an ad lib here? And they went, please go and try it. It was very much everybody played their own part.
I mean, that's what it's about to me. That's
it's
what
creative.
It's about. Yeah, and you're experimenting with your parts and, maybe this is better or that's better. And I remember that as well, his sessions, you know, it wasn't so set and formatted. Yeah, it was. You had your map.
Yeah.
But we could always, try different things. I loved those days, actually.
Those are my favourite ones, making them up, because I loved harmonies, you know, being brought up in Wales.
Yeah.
As a kid, and the choirs, I was in, all we did was harmonies. So I could do harmonies without thinking. I could do harmonies better than reading.
Yeah. You got into a lot of TV stuff as well.
A lot of TV stuff. There was a fixer called David Katz.
Yeah.
And again,
he was the man.
He was the man. He fixed every TV show going and the orchestra and everything. And Alan Ainsworth, bless him, I worked with him for 20 years.
Wow.
I'm not sure. Something like I'm not sure. But he had nearly all the TV shows, and he had used heavy readers, which were great, but he wanted a different sound. So he got Sonny and Sue and myself, and we worked with him. We did all the live from Her Majesty's. We did all the summertime specials. We did Surprise, Surprise, even if we sat there all day at the end and just sang Surprise, Surprise with Stiller.
I remember it.
And what else? So many, you know, Tarby and Friends, Wogan. Oh, it goes on and on.
It's fascinating.
But that was sight reading, and you couldn't improvise on that. You had to do.
Set.
We'd have big stars coming over. Say we'd have somebody like Dionne Warwick. We'd have Alan would write parts, and we had to sing the parts down to them.
Yeah.
But a funny one, I've just remembered, Donny Osmond. So he was massive at the time, and I went to rehearse upstairs in the Palladium. There was a little room, and do you remember Trevor Jones, the piano player?
Trevor Brown.
Yeah. Trevor Brown.
Yeah.
So he was always doing the rehearsals. So we went up, and Donny Osmond was there, and he said hi to me, Sonny and Sue. And there was a medley, you know, including Puppy Love and all his hits. And he started singing, and he was a quarter tone out of tune.
No way.
All the way through. And I thought, oh my God, he can't sing.
What are you going to do?
He can't sing. So Sonny and Sue, we were just all looking at our parts, and at the end he burst out laughing.
Oh,
he was tricking us. Do you know how hard it is to sing a quarter? You have to be brilliant to sing that much out of tune.
Yeah, really skillful.
So it's one of his tricks, his pranks.
How brilliant!
Yeah,
though.
That was great.
Oh my God, because that's really skillful, isn't it?
He was a fantastic singer.
Yeah,
still is.
Yeah.
So, but there was a lot of little stories like that. We had so much fun.
Well, bring them on. Any others you remember?
Oh, there's so many, Brett. I can't think of even the artists I've worked with.
I know you've had. I mean, your career's been.
I have to look. Sometimes I look on Google and I see that I did an album with Thomas Dolby. I've done an album. Going back, we were doing so many sessions.
Didn't you work with Tom Petty?
I think
as
so.
well?
As well. I think I did a session for him with Vicky and Sam Brown, because we were teamed up a lot together. And but I didn't know at that time, this was when I was very young, I didn't know who half of them were.
Yeah.
So it's only when I look back at Wikipedia or anything like that,
that
I think, so I worked with that, and
I've done them. And then
so I remember going into the studios, like CBS, when it used to be in Whitfield Street, and working for endless albums. But
just brilliant days, aren't they?
Yeah,
I mean, God.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's quite incredible, really, Son. Coming from lovely small village in South Wales called Llanelli. Llanelli. And achieving a most incredible career, and massive respect, to be able to do that.
I think it's
drive.
It's drive, but it's also being kind and nice to people as well.
Sure,
I was never a diva on sessions.
No,
never.
Actually, I spoke to. We touched on that with Trev, actually, saying. It's all very well. You could come with the best chops vocally or whatever and being the most amazing singer. But if you're not a very sort of fairly humbled, respectful to be and wish the best of, be pleasant, you're not really going to be booked that much.
No, you're not. Lots of people weren't that were incredible singers.
Yeah, sure.
But their attitude was so wrong.
It's negative,
negative, that nobody wanted them back.
Exactly.
I mean, that's not for going for solo singing. That's more for when there's 3 girls singing together, or a choir,
like
doing
ensemble
sessions,
things,
ensemble, or working with producers.
Yeah, definitely.
I know lots of divas that are,
I bet,
impossible to work with. But
because that and in particular, I know this for a fact. It's like, especially when you're on tour, right? Because if you're on tour, say you're going, I don't know, going to the States or whatever, somewhere around the world. You're stuck on this tour maybe for 6 weeks, and then you've got this ensemble, this section of singers, maybe 4 of you or whatever, just like the band, but one is a serious pain.
I've been there.
That puts a bad vibe. I bet
I've been there.
That's difficult now when you're on tour, isn't it?
I was with the James Last
Obviously,
Orchestra.
we won't mention names. Who they are?
No, I won't mention names. No. You know who you are. James Last Orchestra for 30 years. I think 30 years. And I went in as a dep. Lovely Katie Kassoon was working with Eric Clapton. And she was with, I think it was Sylvie Mason and Ruby James.
Yeah.
And she needed a dep, and they called Carol. And Carol said, I can't do it, but get
Carol Kenyon.
Carol Kenyon.
Oh, yeah.
So Carol gave me my best gig ever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carol. Mm-hmm. It was to dep for her James Last. So I went in and stayed for 30 years. Anyway, through that 30 years, I was the only singer.
Yeah.
And Simon Bell and Nat Kassoon. I was the only singer that stayed. They changed the girls. And he went from like Katie, because Katie was doing Eric Clapton so much. Tessa did it a few times.
Yeah.
He tried all different singers. And there was one, so I'm not mentioning any names, but she did get fired.
Oh, really?
I was starting a solo. And when you go on, you have the side of the stage, the orchestra is all on, so you have to walk across.
You had a big band, didn't you?
And she put her foot in front of me.
No
like
way.
That, so I couldn't get on. Oh God, yes.
That's out of order.
So James Last called me he said, why were you late? And I didn't say anything. But Simon Bell told them the story. She got fired.
Simon saw it.
Well, everybody saw it because we were backstage. But
she just actually put her leg out.
She went, plenty of time.
Oh my God. That's awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it backfires and you can't, you've got all your mates there. There's a 30-piece orchestra on stage.
Yeah, it's a huge band.
All my friends were the violinists from all over the world because there are lots of girls, we're in 2 tour buses. We got on. Everybody got on. It was a great mix. So when something like that comes along, you get rid of them. You're out. Yeah. So
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah. No, you can't have that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of something like that.
Oh, you don't know women, then, do
No,
you?
no, I certainly don't. But it's like, crikey. And I also can recall you working with Donna Summer.
Yes.
Because she had loads of
hits. She was a guest on Live from Her Majesty's.
Right.
And she had 3 backing singers with her.
Yeah.
And David Katz had booked the 3 girls because she wanted them that sound. So I was there doing backing vocals for other people with Sonny and Sue. We were the resident team. But she wanted these girls on stage with her, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I came in like on a Sunday morning, had my cup of tea and my bacon sandwich, because that's what you did.
Yeah.
And one of the girls came up to me and said, she was an American girl, I won't mention any names, and she said, I can't sing with this girl. And she was filing her nails. She said, I can't sing with this girl. She can't sing harmonies or sing in tune.
What?
And really, and I went,
what?
Okay. And she said, and the girl said, I'm going home. So she left. And she said, you do it. I knew all the Donna Summer songs anyway. So I said, okay.
Out of the blue?
Out of the blue. So I had to run upstairs, a quick rehearsal, and they found me something to wear, and you'll see it. And it was when Donna Summer's mic broke down. But she came on stage and looked, and thinking, who's that blonde girl in the middle of my backing singers? There were only 3 of us. And yeah, so I performed with her, and she was great, and it sounded great. She was lovely. Yeah.
So that's
how I ended up singing with Donna Summer. But thank God it was a medley of all her songs, and I knew them off by heart because they were massive hits.
Yeah, but even though you knew them, I mean, that you're thrown in the deep end in a minute.
I love that. That happens all the time. So
yeah, you
I
don't
love
mind that
about
challenge.
Life. No, don't mind it at all.
We all love Mr. Tom Jones.
Oh,
I mean, what a voice!
Oh, what a voice! And
He's
still singing.
Incredible.
No, I mean, he's 80-something. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's still
absolutely. He really is.
He really is.
Yeah.
You've worked with him.
I did. I had the honour of working with him with The Art of Noise and
Dudley.
Oh,
yeah, and Dudley.
Yeah. He had a revival. His son Mark was managing him and wanted him to get a bit hipper,
Yeah.
So we did Kiss. We covered
Kiss,
Princess
were you on
Kiss.
That?
Yep, I was one of the 3 there on top of the pops, men's suits doing the dance.
Yeah,
and
massive hit.
Massive hit, and he was great. He was really great.
Yeah,
and I remember going. I think we all went to Tramp afterwards and partied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's some guy that's had a what
wonderful. No, he is such a good
it's a
singer.
one-off, isn't he?
He never loses his voice.
No, it's weird. He's so soulful, that guy.
Yeah, he really is.
But am I right in thinking, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but am I right in thinking Tom Jones could also have been a pro rugby player in his early days?
Do you know, I don't think so. You might be right, because he suffered.
Nonsense?
He was very ill when he was young.
When he was young?
Yeah, he was very ill and bedridden for years.
I thought I heard that.
You're probably right. It's Welsh and rugby. It goes together.
Well, yeah, but not for everyone. But that's someone said, he could have been a pro rugby player, but he chose singing because.
Oh God, he was brilliant.
Obviously, you did hundreds. I know you did hundreds of jingles, and that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But and you did some really weird ones. But one in particular was, am I right in saying you did something with Peter, Kay and Engelbert?
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. That was so funny.
What was that about?
Well, it was for a John Smith's campaign. Bitter. Drink. And I think it was done in Lakeland, in a club in Lakeside. A shopping centre.
Yeah, that's in the Midlands, isn't it?
No, it's down this way.
It's down.
Jade was there the other day, I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, so I went down there with another girl, singer, and they dressed us up as Las Vegas showgirls. Las Vegas showgirls with the feathers and the hair piled up and all glitter. Yeah. And we're on stage with Engelbert Humperdinck. And Peter Kay gets up of the audience and he goes, "Hey, I," and interrupts all the. It was hilarious.
Well,
but it's so much fun doing all these things. Then you get to hang out with them afterwards and all go out for dinner. So Engelbert is lovely, such a nice man. Yeah.
I mean, it's just brilliant days, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, the variety of stuff you guys do. It's unbelievable. And actually, I don't know if I'm accurate here, but what I saw with my career was when you guys were on it, it was a familiar faces. There's this very, like the same kind of team, give or take one or two, very depending on what the project is.
There was a handful of session singers.
Yeah.
Different ages and but all very. You had to be so good.
Oh man!
And
totally.
and we all got on well together because you practically lived together because you lived in the studio together.
Yeah, of course.
So then in between sessions, you used to go to Selfridges shopping or something, or after work got to
do the shopping
to have dinner and go to a bar and get up and sing. Get up and sing. As if you hadn't enough singing. You went out and then sang some more.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally every day for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sundays, no Sundays, because that's when all the live shows were, the TV shows, because the Sunday night at the Palladium and all those shows. So it was always on a Sunday. Yeah.
It was kind of 7 days a week, really.
Yeah, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved every minute of it. So no regrets.
Just really driven through,
Yeah.
And as I say, now you've got to the stage where you're coaching all these great artists.
Well, that was an accident.
Was it?
RCA rang me up and I can't remember who it was, but it was for Rita Ora. She was unknown and she'd got it. Jay-Z had flown her to America to sign her for management, his company, Rock Nation. And they said, right, Sonia, could you coach her? Because you've had such a vast experience of being on tour and not losing your voice and everything.
Yeah.
So Rita started coming and I thought, wow. And she's great and, very talented, lovely. And then they used to go make a run in Hyde Park with an army trainer. I mean, the Americans, they really took it on board. It was different to here, very different. And that started, then I started coaching Izzy Bizu with White Tiger, who I loved to bits. She's absolutely lovely. Joy Crookes was a little girl, now she's a massive star. My new one at the moment that I was teaching from young is a girl called Sienna Spiro. She's taken over. She's on tour with Teddy Swims, who's the biggest American star, won all the Brits and everything. So it's just gone on and on. I've been very lucky. Sody, oh God, the Ward Thomas, country singers.
Wow.
It just goes on loads, lists and lists. Bombay Bicycle Club.
Yes.
I can't remember. And they all come to me and they're all lovely and they all want to,
Of course they do.
We don't have singing lessons in the... we do scales for warm-ups and things, but it's more I sit with them and I watch their faces and I go, no, if you can't get that note because you're doing the wrong shape. And why I don't do online videos is because everybody's got a different shaped face.
Yeah.
So if you teach something one thing, it might not apply to somebody else.
Got you.
The technique's wrong. So sometimes I have to make people do forward placements. Sometimes I make them to do gospel cheeks, not sing the throat. Always use, for the lower notes and jump to here, which is the mask. So you get the mixed voice and then the head voice. And a lot don't learn that. It's weird. They really don't learn it. It's not it's not in a textbook.
I got you. So you prefer to do one-to-one because...
I only do one-to-one.
Right.
Because
so not Zoom or anything like that.
I do. If they've been, I do Zoom all over the world, but they're all my clients that I've had lessons with. So if they say Izzy's on tour in America, she'll go, Son, can you just go over, give me a warm up and get this note. And I go, let me watch your face. Right, thanks, bye.
Wow. And also, Son, you did a really big film last year.
Yes.
Called The Night of the Dead.
Did I do that? I can't remember that.
No. What is it called?
The Night Before Christmas in Wonderland.
Right. What's that film about?
Well, the wonderful Guy Chambers
Oh, yeah.
rang me up, and they were looking for a vocal coach.
Right.
They couldn't name the stars to me, but I went to his studio, met Guy for the first time, and he's lovely and very, very talented. I mean, so talented.
Yeah.
And the male star was Gerard Butler, who was like massive. So I coached Gerard for, a few days, and then he went off to New York, and I used to get calls going, I'm in New York. How was that song? Could we go over this? So I coached him online. It was surreal.
What, you had to do it over Zoom or something?
Over Zoom. I don't like Zoom, to be honest, because there's a delay for music on it. But
there's a new one now.
Yeah. Which one is that?
I can't remember what it's called. It's supposed to be excellent. You get no lagging.
Oh, right. Oh,
So
I might try that. Yeah. And so that was great fun. Oh, God, I loved him. He's such a great character. And he's a mega Hollywood movie star, but the nicest down-to-earth guy and fun. Even better. And then a few weeks later, a guy called me up, or his company called me up and said, we've got the female star playing the Queen of Hearts. And that was Emilia Clarke. And Emilia Clarke, do you know, she was the dragon girl. She was the dragon lady in Game of Thrones, one of the biggest stars
I haven't
on the
even
planet.
seen that, so I wouldn't know who. I know she's massive.
And she came in, and she could sing anyway. And she was telling me her father used to be an engineer for orchestras.
Really?
And so she was brought up.
Is she a British girl?
She's a British girl, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's done so well.
You've definitely been involved in these other films. I can't pronounce this one, but is it Abominable?
It is.
That's quite good.
That was very good.
Thank you.
Yes, the wonderful Isabel Griffith that we both worked for
great
many
contractor.
years.
Yeah,
started booking me for getting the choirs together and all the singers for a lot of these American films that were coming over, DreamWorks.
And what's that other one you did as well?
Bad Guys. And Bad Guys 2 is out at the moment, but I don't know if that was done here. But Bad Guys.
All under DreamWorks, right?
DreamWorks. And done in Abbey Road and what's the one in North? Air.
Yeah.
All done, all done.
Yeah.
And it was great. I could book my favourite singers that I knew would be a great mix
sound
for it. We had to do a Coldplay song.
Right.
And it turned out really, really well.
Amazing.
And I got a name check.
Did you?
Sonia Jones.
That's so good.
I did.
That's so good. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, hopefully there'll be a load more. It sounds like there will be.
I like doing everything. So I like doing a mix of everything so you don't get bored. It keeps it alive for me.
Definitely. Yeah. Wow.
It's great. I love my job. I really do.
Yeah. Well, you thoroughly deserve it. I mean, you've had a hell of a career. And it's just going and going.
Yeah, it's great. I don't think I'll ever retire, Brett.
No, I don't think there's no need to retire.
No, there's not.
You'll be bored.
I love it. I would be. I'd be so bored.
Yeah.
And, and Jade is following in the footsteps with
her
production.
Certainly
and doing very well.
Yeah,
doing very well.
Absolutely.
So.
Well.
Okay.
I mean, fantastic.
Well,
Thank you so much, Sonny. It's been great to see you.
Whoever knew we'd be doing this.
Yeah, but fantastic. Thanks so much, Sonny.
Okay, pleasure. I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Me too.
Thank you.